Hey everybody, let's talk about what happened the last 7 days in Dallas-Fort Worth and Collin County market. But always, before I get into the numbers, I like to give context. So we see all the back and forth with Jerome Powell. Talk about the Fed overnight rate. The 10-year T-bond, I always talk about it every week, is what sets mortgage rates. And it's creeping up today. The numbers are mixed on CPI. They came out late today. They're going to be announced tomorrow for the real market. But the direction of rates, who knows? So right now, rates are still sitting near a 10-month low. So if you're thinking of buying, you might want to get a jump on it. Don't know what rates will do tomorrow, but the numbers are going to tell the story as we go through these. Every week, it's more volatile, a lot of uncertainty. Not trying to be negative, just paint a true picture of what's going on in the market, especially if you're a seller. Seller things are sitting on the market longer. You're going to see the numbers today. They're actually pretty astounding on the number of price drops. New home builders are really taking it to you. I know someone that has a home in an area where there's new construction, and the new construction is just kicking them in the tail. Prices, well, just say in excess of 30,000 in difference for larger homes, closing costs, and a low fixed rate that's hard to compete with when you're an existing homeowner in new build neighborhoods. So always be cautious about that. Plan your exit. You want to make sure when you're selling, you're not competing with the builder. It is a losing proposition every time, and in this market especially so. So let's get into the numbers. All across Dallas-Fort Worth, there were 3,875 new listings, down 262 from the week before. 739 homes went back on the market, down 46. 619 home sellers increased the price. That's up 12 from the week before. That's really a bad move in this market. You'll see why. 6,815 home sellers decreased their price from the week this week. That's down 15 from the week before, but look at that number. It's almost 3,000 more price reductions than new listings to the market. That's telling you it's not a seller's market. It's definitely more tilted to buyers. It's not a 100% buyer's market, but buyers are getting deals out there under list price, seller concessions, rate buy downs with those seller concessions. It's a great plan. So if you're thinking of buying, it's a great time, one of the best times we've had in a while. Some rates do drop again, multiple offers over lists. That's not going on, generally speaking. Talk to a lender, find a great agent or broker like myself, get educated, get connected with one of their local lenders. Don't go online looking for a lender. You will be disappointed. They will not perform, or don't go to the big depository institutions. If you have questions what that means, you can DM me or call me or text me. All my contact information is always in here. There were 1,706 homes that went under contract, down 6 from the week before. 2,583 homes closed, down 670 from the week before. 422 homes expired, down 907 from the week before. Last week was the first of the month, so always a big spike. 1,222 home sellers canceled their listing. That's down 113. That's probably because they didn't listen to their agent about what's going on in the market. Listen to your agent. Do not listen to your friends. I say this every week. Zillow cannot disclose numbers. They cannot tell you what your home is worth in the state of Texas. We're a non-disclosure state. Realtor.com doesn't have the numbers. Redfin doesn't have the numbers. Only your local realtor, someone with access to the MLS, has it. Your friends and neighbors don't know what's going on. It's not what they do for a living. So reach out to a local professional in your area. Doesn't have to be in your city. Agents have access to all the data. Great agents know the Metroplex. They don't have to know your neighborhood specifically. The data tells them. But someone like myself, I've been here 62 years, so I know the area pretty well. Now let's talk about what happened in Collin County the last 7 days. There are 1,218 homes from being new to market have been sold. That's down 80 from the week before. We're going to start seeing these numbers drop because school starts this week where I live, I think on Wednesday. So that's just seasonal changes, but it's a great time. There's more sellers than buyers. There's less competition. It's your time to shine. It's your opportunity. Don't miss out on it. In all Collin County, there were 553 homes that hit the market at a price change. 217 went under contract, 152 went pending, and 291 that sold. Allen, 23 new homes hit the market, 25 went under contract, 5 went pending, and 18 that sold. Lavon, one of my favorite areas, 21 homes were new to the market at a price change. Nothing went under contract out there. 8 went pending and 13 that sold. Parker, 1 new home hit the market at a price change. Nothing went under contract. 1 went pending and 2 that sold. Fairview, 7 new homes hit the market at a price change. 5 went under contract. Nothing went pending and 3 that sold. Now let's talk about the 3 largest cities that are in the Collin and Denton County area. Number 1 this week, again, from homes who are new to the market have been sold, is McKinney at $295. Plano number 2 at $295. Frisco number 3 at $142. Frisco tends to be on the lower end because it is not a first-time buyer area. It's one of the more expensive areas, along with Prosper and Salina. But Frisco is definitely one of the more pricey. If you're not from the Dallas area, that's where the $5 billion mile is, where Jerry Jones has the star up there. So that's where the Cowboys practice up there. So it's very expensive. Plano, 103 new homes hit the market at a price change. 48 went under contract, 9 went pending, and 49 that sold. Frisco, 53 new homes hit the market at a price change. 13 went under contract, 12 went pending, and 39 that sold. McKinney, 122 homes hit the market at a price change. 54 went under contract, 44 went pending, and 75 that sold. Farmersville, 30 new homes hit the market at a price change. 1 went under contract, 4 went pending, and 3 that sold. Wiley, 21 new homes hit the market at a price change. 10 went under contract, 1 went pending, and 11 that sold. Princeton, lots of activity out there. Again, I caution you, the infrastructure is not where it should be, so you may find a home less expensive, but look at the cost between the pit and mud taxes out there. 60 new homes at the market out there, had a price change. 6 went under contract, 30 went pending, and 24 that sold. Melissa, for all you Buc-ee's lovers, 10 new homes at the market, had a price change. 5 went under contract, 2 went pending, and 8 that sold. Anna, 35 new homes at the market, had a price change. 6 went under contract, 3 went pending, and 14 that sold. Van Alstyne, 7 new homes at the market, had a price change. 3 went under contract, 5 went pending, and 14 that sold. I'm working on making some changes to my market report. I'm going to try and analyze the numbers and tell you where things fall off for you as a seller, where price drops occur, how far out. But the first 14 days are the most important in the market. Don't price it with room for quote negotiation. That is the worst thing you can do. You make yourself your own worst enemy. Do not do that. Let the agent show you. Days on market are long. In general, you may get lucky and get a relocating buyer, you get full price. I've seen that happen in the neighborhood where I live. Not the norm at all. It's typically under list and seller concessions. So just be prepared for that. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out to me. I'm doing a lot of short videos. Doing one right now about buyers. Got a couple coming up on sellers. Feel free to reach out to me. All my contact information's here. Hope you'll like, share, and subscribe if you're watching this on YouTube. See you next week.